Hello everyone, Dr. Alan Mandell here. Welcome back to my channel, Science of Healing. Constipation is one of the most uncomfortable problems millions of people face every single day. You feel bloated, sluggish, heavy, and sometimes even anxious because your gut just won't move. But here's the good news. Your body already has a natural system designed to keep your digestion flowing smoothly. The problem is certain habits, foods, and dehydration can slow that system down, sometimes bringing it to a complete stop. Today I'm going to share simple, science-backed remedies that can help get your bowels moving naturally, safely, and effectively, often within hours. And the best part? These solutions are inexpensive, easy to find, and can be used right at home. Let's begin. Most people think constipation is just an inconvenience, a minor discomfort that passes with time, but what many don't realize is that the foundation of this problem often begins with something incredibly simple: dehydration and a lack of fiber silently working against your body every single day. Right now, inside millions of people around the world, the digestive system is slowing down, becoming sluggish, thick, and resistant, not because of disease, but because the body is missing the two basic elements it was designed to depend on: water and fiber. Your colon is not just a waste tube, it is a living muscular organ that relies on hydration to keep stool soft and movement steady, and when water intake drops, the colon begins pulling moisture from waste, turning it dry, hard, and difficult to pass. Scientists have long known that even mild dehydration can reduce bowel movement frequency because the body prioritizes survival over comfort, conserving water wherever it can, even if that means leaving you bloated, uncomfortable, and unable to go to the bathroom for days. Think about this for a moment. The human body is made up of roughly 60% water, and your digestive tract depends on that fluid balance to maintain motion, lubrication, and healthy elimination, yet many people start their day already dehydrated before they even take their first sip. Overnight, while you sleep for 6 to 8 hours, your body continues to lose water through breathing and perspiration, and when morning arrives without replenishment, your intestines are left dry, slow, and unprepared to move waste forward. Medical research has shown that increasing daily water intake can significantly improve stool consistency and reduce constipation symptoms, especially in people who consume low-fiber diets, proving that hydration is not just helpful. Is it there? Hey, as a free, what's sore, it is essential. But water alone is only half the story, because fiber is the structural backbone of healthy digestion, acting like a sponge that absorbs water, expands in the intestines, and creates the bulk needed to trigger natural bowel movements. Without fiber, stool becomes small, dense, and difficult to push through the colon, forcing your body to strain, struggle, and sometimes fail to eliminate waste completely. This is why modern diets filled with processed foods, refined grains, and low-nutrient snacks have quietly created a global constipation epidemic affecting children, adults, and especially older individuals whose digestive systems are already slowing with age. In fact, studies have shown that the average adult consumes far less fiber than recommended, often less than half the daily requirement, leaving the intestines understimulated and the colon under pressure. Imagine trying to sweep dust across a floor without a broom. The debris stays scattered, unmoved, and stuck. And that is exactly what happens inside your body when fiber is missing from your meals. Fiber does not just add bulk, it feeds the beneficial bacteria living in your gut, creating short-chain fatty acids that strengthen the intestinal lining, reduce inflammation, and promote smooth, coordinated contractions that move waste forward. These tiny bacteria, numbering in the trillions, rely on fiber as their primary fuel, and when they are deprived, the gut environment becomes imbalanced, sluggish, and prone to constipation. Researchers have discovered that people who eat more fruits, vegetables, legumes, and whole grains tend to have faster intestinal transit times, meaning waste moves through the body more efficiently and comfortably. But when fiber intake drops, transit time slows dramatically, sometimes stretching from 1 day to 3, 4, or even 5 days, allowing toxins and waste products to linger longer than nature intended. This prolonged retention can lead to bloating, abdominal discomfort, fatigue, and a heavy feeling that drains energy and focus from your daily life. And here's the shocking truth. Where enter she, ki, in she, year, we, see, Chronic constipation has been linked to increased risks of hemorrhoids, anal fissures, and even complications such as fecal impaction, a painful condition where stool becomes so hard and stuck that medical intervention is required. Yet despite these risks, many people ignore the early warning signs, believing that irregular bowel movements are normal, when in reality they are signals from the body asking for hydration and nourishment. Every sip of water you drink enters your bloodstream, travels through your tissues, and eventually reaches the colon, where it softens stool and supports the natural wave-like contractions known as peristalsis. These contractions are the silent rhythm of life inside your body, pushing waste forward step by step, hour by hour, until elimination occurs smoothly and effortlessly. But when water is scarce, this rhythm weakens, slows, and sometimes stops entirely, leaving waste trapped and pressure building inside the abdomen. Fiber then becomes the rescue mechanism, drawing water into the intestines and forming a soft, bulky mass that stimulates the colon to contract more strongly. This combination, hydration plus fiber, is the biological trigger that tells your gut it is time to move. Doctors and nutrition scientists consistently emphasize that adults should aim for roughly 25 to 35 grams of fiber each day, yet many diets dominated by white bread, sugary snacks, and fast food provide barely a fraction of that amount. Consider this powerful comparison. 1 cup of cooked lentils contains around 15 grams of fiber, while a typical processed snack may contain less than 1 gram, leaving the digestive system starved of the very material it needs to function. Water amplifies the effect of fiber, transforming it from dry plant material into a gel-like substance that slides easily through the intestines, reducing friction and preventing painful straining. This is why healthcare professionals often recommend increasing water intake whenever fiber consumption rises, because without enough fluid, fiber can become dry and worsen constipation instead of relieving it. The beauty of this system is its simplicity. Your body does not need expensive treatments, complicated supplements, or drastic changes to begin healing. It needs consistent hydration and natural fiber delivered through everyday foods. Imagine starting your morning with a glass of warm water, followed by a breakfast rich in oats, fruit, or whole grains, and then continuing to sip water throughout the day while including vegetables, beans, and nuts in your meals. Within days, the intestines begin to respond, stool becomes softer, movement becomes easier, and the uncomfortable pressure that once dominated your abdomen starts to fade. Energy levels rise because the body is no longer burdened by trapped waste, and mental clarity improves as the digestive system returns to balance. This transformation is not magic. It is biology working exactly as it was designed. Your gut is a dynamic, intelligent system capable of restoring itself when given the right conditions, and those conditions begin with 2 simple yet powerful elements: water and fiber. So the next time you feel bloated, sluggish, or unable to go, remember that your body may not be failing. It may simply be thirsty, hungry for fiber, and waiting for you to provide the fuel it needs to move again. For thousands of years, long before modern medicine filled pharmacy shelves with pills and powders, people turned to nature for relief, and some of the most powerful remedies for constipation were not chemicals, but simple foods and movements that worked in harmony with the human body. Today, many people believe that relief must come from strong laxatives or medications, yet research continues to reveal that natural solutions can stimulate the digestive system quickly, gently, and effectively, sometimes within hours, without the harsh side effects that leave the body dependent or weakened. One of the most remarkable examples is the humble prune, a dried fruit that has been studied extensively in medical research and repeatedly shown to outperform some common fiber supplements in relieving constipation. Scientists have discovered that prunes contain a unique combination of soluble fiber, natural sugars, and a compound called sorbitol, which acts like a magnet for water inside the intestines, pulling moisture into the stool and softening it from within. This simple biological action can transform hard, dry waste into a softer, more passable form, reducing strain and restoring comfort in a way that feels almost immediate to those who have been suffering for days. In controlled clinical studies, individuals who consume prunes daily experience more frequent bowel movements, improved stool consistency, and less abdominal discomfort compared to those who relied on other remedies. But the power of natural relief does not stop with prunes, because another ancient remedy has been quietly supporting digestive health for centuries. Olur, Thexur, Henor, Sor, Hensor, Henso, Kencho, Henchries olive oil. This golden liquid, pressed from olives and rich in healthy fats, acts like a natural lubricant for the digestive tract, coating the intestinal walls and helping stool slide smoothly through the colon instead of becoming stuck and painful. Researchers have observed that healthy fats stimulate the release of bile, a digestive fluid produced by the liver that not only helps break down food but also encourages intestinal movement, creating a chain reaction that keeps waste flowing forward. Imagine the difference between pushing a dry object across rough ground and sliding it across a smooth surface. That is the difference olive oil can make inside the body, turning friction into flow and resistance into relief. And then there is magnesium, a mineral so essential to muscle function that even a small deficiency can disrupt the natural contractions of the intestines, slowing digestion and leaving waste trapped inside the colon. Magnesium works by relaxing the muscles of the digestive tract while simultaneously drawing water into the intestines, creating the perfect environment for smooth elimination. Medical experts have noted that magnesium-rich foods such as leafy greens, nuts, seeds, and bananas can support regular bowel movements without the risk of dependency associated with stimulant laxatives. In fact, studies have shown that magnesium helps regulate nerve signals, controlling intestinal motion, ensuring that the colon contracts rhythmically instead of becoming tense and stagnant. But perhaps one of the most underestimated remedies is movement, not intense exercise, not exhausting workouts, but simple, consistent physical activity that awakens the digestive system from its dormant state. Etsi, hensi, henchi. When you walk, stretch, or gently move your body, blood flow increases to the intestines, delivering oxygen and nutrients that energize the muscles responsible for pushing waste forward. This is why people who sit for long hours, whether at desks, in cars, or on couches, shares often experience slower digestion and more frequent constipation, because the body was designed for motion, not stillness. Research has revealed that even a short walk after meals can significantly improve intestinal transit time, helping food move through the digestive system more efficiently and reducing the risk of discomfort and bloating. Imagine the colon as a conveyor belt that depends on movement to function, and every step you take is like turning the motor that keeps that belt running smoothly. Another natural approach that has gained attention in recent years is warm liquids, particularly in the morning when the digestive system is waking from hours of rest. Warm fluids stimulate nerve endings in the digestive tract, triggering reflexes that signal the colon to contract and prepare for elimination. This simple morning habit can create a predictable rhythm in the body, training the intestines to move at the same time each day and preventing waste from lingering longer than necessary. What makes these natural remedies so powerful is not just their effectiveness, but their ability to work with the body rather than against it, supporting natural processes instead of forcing artificial ones. Unlike strong laxatives that can irritate the intestinal lining and lead to dependency over time, natural solutions nourish the digestive system, strengthen its muscles, and restore balance from the inside out. Consider the emotional toll of chronic constipation, the discomfort, the frustration, the embarrassment, the constant worry about when relief will finally come. Now imagine the sense of freedom that arrives when the body begins to function normally again, when bloating disappears, energy returns, and daily life feels lighter and more manageable. This transformation is not reserved for a select few. It is available to anyone willing to embrace simple, natural habits that have stood the test of time. Even healthcare professionals increasingly recommend starting with dietary and lifestyle changes before turning to medication, because the body often responds quickly when given the right tools. These tools are not hidden in laboratories or locked behind expensive prescriptions. They are found in grocery stores, kitchens, and everyday routines that support the body's natural rhythm. The truth is both surprising and empowering. Your digestive system is incredibly resilient, capable of recovering faster than most people expect, as long as it receives the right signals to move. Those signals come from hydration, nourishment, healthy fats, minerals, and movement, working together like a coordinated team to restore flow and eliminate waste. And when that flow returns, the body experiences more than just physical relief. It regains comfort, confidence, and peace of mind. So the next time your gut feels stuck, heavy, or unresponsive, remember that powerful relief may be closer than you think, waiting in the form of simple, natural remedies that have supported human health for generations. Your body is built on rhythm, a silent internal clock that controls when you wake, when you feel hungry, when you feel sleepy, and even when your bowels are ready to move. Yet millions of people unknowingly break this rhythm every single day, leaving their digestive system confused, sluggish, and unresponsive. Constipation is not always about what you eat or drink. Sometimes it is about timing, routine, and the signals your brain sends to your gut, signals that can either keep your system flowing smoothly or bring it to a painful standstill. Deep inside your body, a powerful communication network connects the brain and the intestines, known to scientists as the gut-brain axis, a system so sensitive that stress, irregular schedules, and ignored urges can disrupt bowel movements within hours. Researchers have discovered that the colon is most active during the early morning hours, especially after waking and eating breakfast, when natural reflexes prepare the body to eliminate waste accumulated overnight. This reflex, often called the gastrocolic response, is one of the strongest triggers for bowel movement, yet many people rush through their mornings, skip meals, or ignore the urge to go, slowly training their body to suppress this natural signal. Over time, the colon becomes less responsive, stool remains inside longer than it should, and the simple act of going to the bathroom turns into a daily struggle filled with discomfort and frustration. Doctors warn that repeatedly ignoring the urge to have a bowel movement can stretch the rectum, dull nerve sensitivity, and weaken the muscles responsible for pushing waste out, creating a cycle that becomes harder to break with each passing week. Imagine a doorbell ringing again and again while no one answers. Eventually, the ringing stops, not because the visitor left, but because the system stopped responding. And this is exactly what happens when your body's signals are ignored too often. Consistency, however, has the power to reverse this process because the digestive system learns through repetition, adapting to routines in the same way your body learns when to sleep and when to wake. Medical studies have shown that individuals who sit on the toilet at the same time each day, especially after meals, are more likely to develop regular bowel habits compared to those with unpredictable schedules. This simple daily practice trains the nervous system to expect elimination at a certain time, strengthening the coordination between the brain, intestines, and muscles involved in the process. Even the position you sit in can influence how easily waste leaves the body, because the rectum is naturally angled in a way that can either block or allow smooth passage depending on posture. Scientists have observed that slightly elevating the feet, creating a more natural squatting position, straightens the rectal canal and reduces the need for straining, making elimination faster and less painful. This small adjustment can make a dramatic difference, particularly for people who struggle with chronic constipation or feel incomplete after using the bathroom. But routine goes beyond timing and posture. It also includes sleep, a factor often overlooked in digestive health despite its profound influence on the body's internal clock. When sleep patterns become irregular, hormone levels shift, stress increases, and the digestive system loses its predictable rhythm, leading to slower movement through the intestines and a higher risk of constipation. Research has shown that people who sleep fewer than 6 hours per night are more likely to experience digestive problems, including irregular bowel movements, because the body does not have enough time to repair and regulate its systems. Stress adds another layer to this disruption, tightening abdominal muscles, altering nerve signals, and slowing the natural waves of contraction that push waste through the colon. In moments of anxiety or emotional tension, the body shifts into survival mode, diverting energy away from digestion and toward immediate protection, leaving the intestines temporarily paralyzed. This is why stressful life events, travel, or sudden schedule changes often trigger constipation, even in individuals who normally have healthy digestion. Yet the human body is remarkably adaptable, capable of restoring balance when given consistent cues that signal safety, stability, and routine. One of the most powerful cues is regular meal timing because eating stimulates the digestive tract and activates the muscles that move food and waste along the gastrointestinal pathway. Skipping meals or eating at unpredictable hours confuses the digestive system, weakening the signals that trigger bowel movement and allowing waste to linger longer than it should. But when meals occur at consistent times each day, the body begins to anticipate them, strengthening digestive reflexes and creating a reliable pattern of elimination. Think of your digestive system as a train running on a schedule. When departures are predictable, the journey is smooth, but when timing becomes chaotic, delays and congestion quickly follow. Hydration and nutrition may provide the fuel, but routine provides the direction, guiding your body toward regularity and preventing the buildup of waste that leads to discomfort and fatigue. Doctors often emphasize that the most effective treatment for chronic constipation is not a single pill or supplement, but a combination of steady habits practiced day after day until the body relearns its natural rhythm. This process may take time, but it is one of the most reliable ways to achieve lasting relief without dependence on medication. Imagine waking up each morning, drinking water, eating breakfast, and calmly sitting on the toilet without rushing, giving your body the opportunity to respond naturally to the signals it has been waiting for. Within days, the colon begins to recognize the pattern, nerves become more sensitive, muscles contract more efficiently, and elimination becomes easier and more predictable. Weeks later, what once felt like a struggle becomes routine, and the anxiety surrounding bowel movements fades into the background of daily life. The transformation is not dramatic or sudden, but steady and dependable, built on the quiet power of consistency. Your body thrives on patterns, and when those patterns support digestion, the results can be life-changing, restoring comfort, confidence, and a sense of control over your health. So the next time you feel your gut slowing down, remember that the solution may not be complicated or expensive. It may simply be the discipline of showing up at the same time each day, listening to your body's signals, and allowing nature to do what it was designed to do.